Hello friends, this is tutorial number 42 in the C++ programming language tutorials. Okay, in this tutorial we will talk about pointers. Okay, what pointers are? Okay, obviously they are pointers to something. And to explain you this better, we will create two variables. Okay, integer x will be equals to 6 and integer y will be equals to 7. Okay, and now we will just print these two variables. And now let's build and run. And okay, x equals to 6 and y equals to 7. This is pretty much simple, nothing special. We already did this earlier a couple of times, many times. But what will happen if I add a pointer to the variable y? Okay, pointer. It looks like it is and sign, like you using with 7 and shift. Now we added a pointer to variable y, and let's see what we will get. Okay, x equals to 6, and now we have a number that we not exactly understand what it is, and okay, we don't understand this number. Okay, this number is a place of the variable y in the memory. Okay, we can define it as address of variable y in the memory, and it shows it. Now you will ask me, but okay, this is good, but why I don't need it? Why will I print place of the variable y in the memory? Well, we cannot say that we will not need it. Okay, I first just wanted to show you what pointer doing. Okay, and now we will create two functions. Okay, it will be void. Let's give a name of the function, change number. Okay, and we will use integer a as a local variable, and we give the value to the a will be 25. Okay, and now we want to use this function to change the value of the variable x. Okay, before we printing x, we will just use this function, change number. We will use variable x, and now we expect to get x25. Not gonna happen, because this is a function, this is a void function, and okay, and this function can only do, it can just copy us a value of variable x. This is a void. Okay, we can type any number as we want. This function only can do just okay, this a is 25, but if x is 6, will be 6. This is just a function to copy a value. If we put variable y will be 7. Okay, we can use it with y. It will be completely the same, and as you can see, this is only a function to copy the value. Okay, we will give it back to the x, and we will create another function. with pointer. Void, it will be change reference. And we will type, it will be integer. It can be 8 because this is just a local variable, but with pointer. And we will define a with pointer, but in this case point will be star. It cannot be same pointer, and we will define a it can be 40. And now we will try to use this function and change the we will see if we can change with this function a variable x, but okay, we use pointer. If we try to run, we will get an error, because when we use pointer in the function, okay, you can see it has a pointer. We also need to use it here. It needs to be, when we calling the function, we also need to use a pointer. Okay, here will be end. Just don't forget, okay, we will use here, we will be using end, and here we will use in the function we will use star. Okay, but function with pointer, when we calling function with pointer, also in our variables we need to use a pointer. And now let me see. Okay, if we see now, this function looks the same, but the only difference is that we are using pointer, and we will see what we will get. Okay, build. Let's use build and run. As you can see, x equals to 6 and y equals to 40. Okay, these functions looks the same. Okay, the only difference is a pointer. We have a function without pointers. Okay, and of course we calling it without pointers. This function has a pointer, and we calling it with pointer. Okay, and here x is x didn't change and y changed, because as we already explained, this function, void function, change now. It is a void function. It can just only copy a value, but here we are using pointer, and this function has a pointer, and we calling with pointer, and this function know exactly where is the place of the variable y in the memory, and can access her. Okay, and in this case it can change a value. I hope that you are understanding. Because of this, it is important to know the place of the memory. If function we don't have a pointer, we don't how can we change variable x if we don't know where it is, if we can see him. Okay, and now if we are using pointer here, pointer, and also we will use pointer here as a star in the function, and here we will use end, and let's call function now, both of them. Okay, you will see x equals to 25 and y equals to 40. Now when we use pointers, this function change number, it has access, and we call it with pointer and variable x. With this pointer, this function, it has access to the variable x in the memory and can change her. Okay, this was okay. The simplest example that I could give to you, and I really hope that you understand. Of course, you can practice this a little, create a function without pointer and try to change, and try to use pointers later, and you will get it. This is not so this is not complicated, but it is just for now important to you to remember, because when you and there will be situations when you will need a pointer and you will have to use it, and this is the simplest example to you understand what pointer can do. Okay, I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You have a link in the description, and I will see you in the next tutorial.